What the fuck is up? It is your host, Erica Nalen, and welcome back to another episode of the Hangover series. Welcome back to the Hangover series. Welcome back to the Hangover series. It is your girl, Erica. Right now, I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, have a hood over me, staring directly at GarageBand, and I'm feeling some sort of way. I'm feeling some type of way. I feel like I'm about to record a mixtape, but that's not what I'm doing. You guys, this episode is going to be the last episode of season 2. Yeah, the last episode of season 2, which is crazy for me to say. I can and cannot believe that I've been doing this podcast for 2 years. I can't believe that season 2 has come to an end. I feel like season 2 went a lot faster in some ways. It went a lot faster than season 1 did. And now it's come to an end. And season 3 is on its way because obviously there's going to be a season 3. Never let your haters know your next move. Never let the people think you're going to quit. Never say never. I did not look up an inspirational quote, but never let anyone think you're about to stop. Even if you want to stop, you're gonna still go. Right. Season 2 has come to an end, and the saxophones are really fucking loud. The saxophones are really freaking loud, and it kind of makes me want to cry. I feel like it went by so fast, and now I looked at the calendar, the date of today, and I was like, holy shinoli, it is July 21st, and season 2 is ending, but that means season 3 is coming, and that's exciting. I did the season 3 cover photo shoot because I think it's fun to do that. I think it's fun to have a new cover photo each season, and that's what I did, and I'm excited to show you guys it. I need to still do some things to it, but I'm excited to show you guys what it looks like and what it involves. I'll give you a hint. There is a taxi involved. A taxi taxi involved. And that's all that you need to know. I really wanted a taxi involved, like really, really badly. And a taxi got involved. So very happy about that. I'm very excited to show you season 3's vibe when that comes. I think this past year has actually been like one of the weirdest, craziest, weirdest times of my life. I think I had like an awakening. I've learned an insane amount of lessons. I have felt really sad. I'm going to throw that in there. And I have felt so lost and so overwhelmed in so many different things that I have never felt in a long time this past year. Like, this past year has been crazy, and I think that's why season 2 went by so fast, because of all the crazy things that have happened. And so I'm hoping for season 3, I'm going to take like 2 weeks off, and I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to give myself some time to take a rest, meditate, get myself back where I need to be, and hopefully I can come back into season 3 with positivity and excitement and good vibes and happiness. Because I feel like the past few weeks, honestly, like the past year, I feel like my emotions went from yay to nay. And I feel like I've been a Debbie Downer. And sometimes that's just how life is. But I want season 3 to not be about being Debbie Downer. I want it to be about being just like that bitch. And I haven't been feeling like that bitch recently. I've been feeling like the complete opposite. But yeah. Like, you know, you're in the fucking dumps when people are sending you flowers. Nobody has sent me flowers here yet, but when I was in Chicago, like, I was down. The worst I've been down in, like, a long time. And you know it's bad when people are sending you flowers. Like, emotions were high. Emotions were crazy. And now I'm in New York, and I feel like my life has been even crazier for some reason. Like, this city confuses me. There's so much going on. I feel like I just was in a bad place in Chicago, and then I kind of just threw myself into New York. And I think I read a quote today that said, like, New York will take you in and spit you out or something. I might be saying that really incorrectly, but I swear it said something about, like, New York taking you and spitting you out. And, like, I feel that way every single day. I feel like I am taken in and spitting out somewhere new every day. I really hope that's a quote and I'm not making that up. I'm actually going to look it up right now because I just be saying things sometimes and, like, I don't know. Spit you out. Like, I think this is a thing. There we go. Okay. I don't know if this is what I was looking for, but one of them says you chewed me up and spit me out. I'll chew you up and spit you out. I'm a little lost on what I was looking for. But I think you might get what I'm saying. I hope, at least. I just feel like I've been chewed up and spit out multiple times. And I just want to not have that happen anymore. I just want to not be chewed on anymore. I just want to be spit out one more time, somewhere happy, and grow from there. Like, I am unwell. But something good is going to come my way. Let's manifest it. I literally went to a potion store, you guys. Literally went to a potion store to get potions to try to, like, help me. And I don't even want to say that they aren't working because I don't want to, like, piss the potions off if that's a thing. I don't know how they really work. They just told me, like, do not mix these potions together. Whatever you do not mix these potions together. So I have been really careful. I used all of one of the potions. I do think that one actually worked, but the other one, I don't know if it's been, I mean, maybe it's been helping, but I don't know. I'm not going to talk shit on the potion. And I tipped the witch. It said tip the witch. And I was like, okay. But I don't even know if I told you guys that I went to a potion witch store. This was, like, probably 2 months ago. I was down in the dumps, and then I stumbled across this potion store, and then I learned that it is the oldest witch store in all of New York. Like, the oldest. It was the coolest place I've ever been. And I think I need to go back because I need some advice. Like, what potion should I be buying? Like, I'm down in the trenches, y'all. I'm down in the trenches, and I need a potion. And I used to be really into crystals. Like, really into crystals once upon a time. Like, when I was really down bad, I went to crystals. And I had, like, every crystal you could ever imagine. I feel like if you haven't gone through that stage in life where you're so down bad that you get really into crystals and you're buying every single crystal and you're just down fucking bad. And, like, I still like crystals, but, like, I was into it. Like, I was buying certain crystals to have certain things happen. Like, I was down bad. And that's how I felt with the potions the other month. Like, I was like, yeah, you know what? Apparently I don't know what I'm doing, so maybe a potion will help lead the way. But yeah, maybe that's going to scare some people. I don't know. Please don't judge me. It's just real. It's just real. And I'm jealous of you if you've never had to go for a potion or a crystal. People are scared of the potions. I feel like everyone that I've told that to, they've looked at me like I'm insane. And I might be insane, but it's fine. Anyways, that was some lore. I thought today, because season 2 is coming to an end and that like is actually making me emotional, I thought we could go through like what has happened in season 2. What did we even talk about? What did I do? Who am I? What has happened? And recap a little bit, because I love a little recap, and I think that we did this after season 1 was over, which is crazy. So crazy. I'm just scrolling through these and I'm like, what even happened? But we're going to just kind of recap what happened in season 2 and say goodbye to each other before season 3 begins. And you guys, I haven't even been asking anyone to give me 5-star reviews. Like, I really did that during season 1. Like, I was taking people's phones and making them give me 5 stars, and I don't even force people to do that anymore because I've been down bad, maybe. Because I've been down bad. Maybe. I don't know. I actually was like, wait, why haven't I been taking people's phone recently and making them do that? That's a question I need answers to. But anyways, let's go through season 2. So season 2 happened August 10th of 2025, which is actually feels like forever ago. Like, actually forever ago. I think that was during Lollapalooza. And the first episode of season 2, I reintroduced myself by sharing some chaotic life moments. I told you guys about how I was almost kidnapped twice. My first tattoo, how I almost got hit by a train. I actually cannot believe that I told that story because I never thought I would share that with anyone. And my mom was definitely mad at me when she heard that. But yeah, I actually love that episode, I think. I never go back and listen to episodes. Maybe I should, but I normally just record, edit, listen, post, and then I never listen to it again because it scares me. And I'm like, wait, did I actually say that? You know, like, it just scares me. But I think it would be weirder if I was re-listening to myself talk that much. Like, that would be really strange. If someone was just, like, re-listening to their podcast episodes all the time. Like, that would be weird. But I do like that episode. From what I remember, that one was good. Even though I probably didn't need to share the train story, I shared it. Episode 2 of season 2 was Lollapalooza. That was a time. I'm actually so sad because I think Lollapalooza is happening either this weekend or next week, and I so badly wish I was there. I love Lollapalooza, which in season 1 I told you guys the story about how I went to my first Lollapalooza ever and got my phone stolen and tracked it all the way to China. And my ID that was in my phone case ended up in a Sherwin-Williams truck, and someone from Sherwin-Williams messaged me on LinkedIn and told me he had my ID. And I was like, do you have my phone? And he's like, no, but your ID was in the Sherwin-Williams truck. And then my phone went to China. So that was my first Lolla experience, but I went 2 more times after that, and Lollapalooza is so much fun. I really wish I was going this year, but I just couldn't put it into my schedule, and I just couldn't afford it. But if I lived in Chicago right now still, like I would 1000% be there. I'm pretty sure the lineup is amazing. I keep telling people that, and then they're like, who's performing? And I'm like, I have no idea. But I remember when it dropped, I was like, I wish that was me, and I wish I was there. But Lollapalooza last year was so much fun. I think my favorite part about Lollapalooza is the food. Like the food vendors that they have are incredible. And it's just so much fun. I'm actually going to have so much FOMO. Oh, that sucks. But I saw Sabrina Carpenter there last year. I saw a Psychic. And my friend chugged a beatbox because I named it Beatbox Our Band. And that was so fun. Oh my gosh. And we went to this ramen spot that I still have not found a ramen place that tops it. I think it was called Friends Ramen in Chicago. It was like right next to my apartment. And it had the best ramen ever. We got like, I don't even know what we got there. Some sort of chicken ramen. And ever since we got it that day, I used to order it like every other week because it was so incredibly good. And I'm dreaming about it right now. Speaking of meals, this is off topic, but I need to tell you guys what I'm eating tonight because it's a little bit unhinged. I love Courtney Cook. That is my girl. And I feel so seen by her because when she posts her meal recipes, and I'm being so serious right now, when she posts her meal recipes on TikTok of her cooking, and people are like, that's such an interesting combo, like I really relate to it. Like I'm like, that is an interesting combo, but like yes, because I also like to honestly combine the most random shit and then it's just good. And I saw a video of her making like one of those baked potatoes that you just like put random shit on. And so I got some of the things from one of her videos to make tonight. And it might be unhinged, and I don't know if I should share this because I'm scared, and I think people in the grocery store were like, what is this woman making? But I got a baked potato, gravy, corn, beef, and baked beans. And I'm gonna eat that all together at once. So do what you want with that information. I'm really excited. I love gravy. I think gravy is like my hyperfixation right now because I had a fried chicken smothered in gravy like 2 days ago after the World Cup, and now it's just been on my mind. And then I saw a video of Courtney Cook making a potato with gravy, and I was like, fuck, I need to have that like today. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. I just like need to remember that I had this. And if you're obsessed with Courtney Cook, like, I love you because she is everything. She is everything. Anyways, the next episode, so season 2, episode 3, was I Am Tipsy. And I said sometimes you just need to replace your morning coffee with an espresso martini and not ask any questions. That is so true. And I actually can and can't believe I did that. I think this was like the start of being down bad. Like it actually was the start of being down bad because I'm sorry, that is so unhinged to wake up and have an espresso martini. Like that is not like me at this age. Like at 21, yes, but just on a random Sunday, I actually cannot believe that was what I was doing. But that was definitely the start of this like bad spell that I've been in, because the next episode was Girl Code 101. And I so wish that I could tell you more information on why I made that episode, but I feel like I'm a mature person now. And so I don't feel like I need to share it, but like maybe one day. But I feel mature right now. But just know that like something happened with the girl that has to do with ex-boyfriends, one of my ex-boyfriends, and it inspired the whole episode. And I think that was also like stage 2 of the bad spell. Because everything made me angry after that. The next episode after that was New York City Men and a Mystery Sickness. And I think that was when I came to New York to visit one of my friends, and I was sick like the whole time I was here, and I got locked in a bathroom at a restaurant. And I'm actually scared of bathrooms now. You know when something happens and it's like crazy, and then after that you're like, fuck. That's what happened. I got stuck in a bathroom here in New York, and I didn't bring my phone to the bathroom with me because I wasn't expecting to get stuck in there. And it was one of those locks where you like push it through. Like it's not like a click or a turn. It was like the long thing that you push through the door, and I got stuck in there and I couldn't get out, and everything started like closing in on me, and I started sweating, and I was throwing water on the lock. I was banging on the door. No one helped me for like 15 minutes. It was so horrible. I thought I was going to die in there. And then I eventually got the door open, and my fingers were bleeding from how difficult it was to open the fucking door. That happened in that episode. And I also got a hate comment from a guy. Shocker. So then I named a few nice things that I noticed that men did. Wow. And that was when I discovered the quiet room. My friend's apartment had this place called the quiet room where you weren't allowed to like talk or speak in there, and it was just dead silent, and I was obsessed with it. And I always ask my friend that has that in her apartment, like, how often do you go to the quiet room? She's gonna listen to this and be like, you've never asked me that. I think I've asked her twice, but I want a quiet room in my life. Like, this might surprise you, but silence is like my favorite thing. I love silence. My family would be like, we're aware, because I'm always like back home telling my family, like, what if we were just quiet? What if nobody spoke? You know? I love silence to the point that like sometimes when I'm driving in a car, I'm not even listening to music. I'm just like sitting in silence. And I've seen other people online feel the same way. Like they're like, it's just a moment of silence in the car, not listening to music. Like, let's just get there and quiet. I just love it. I just love it. And sometimes I'm just like, I need a moment of just like silence, which has been a struggle living in big cities actually, because there's always someone honking their horn outside, or someone screaming, or like something chaotic is definitely going on outside. So there's not much silence here. But I think if I lived on like a farm, that would be too much silence for me. But I don't know. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I have this like pull towards living in like Idaho or something. And I got asked the other day if I won like the jackpot lottery and I never had to work another day in my life, what would I do? Like, I never had to work again. I could do whatever I wanted, and I never needed, like, I was set for life. Like, what would I do? And I told them that I would move to like Idaho or somewhere, and I would move into a tiny home on a mountain and never speak to anyone again. I think they thought I wasn't okay. And like, I really haven't been okay, but I don't know if I meant that. Like, I half meant that. Like, part of me would want to live on a deserted mountain with nobody there and just like be at full peace there. And then like the other half of me would want to live in the city. Like, can a girl just have both? I don't know. I'm kind of scared of what that person thought after I answered that. They didn't ask if I was okay, so maybe that was a normal answer. But anyways, the next episode was called My Coffee Turned into Wine. Ugh, I literally missed that day. I actually just came across someone from this night on Instagram, and I was like, who is this person that I follow? Because I have noticed that I need to unfollow people recently. Like, I'm like, wait, who is this? But anyways, in that episode, my friend and I went to a coffee shop at like 10 a.m. on a Sunday that we didn't have work the next day. And we started off having a very chill coffee date, and we were getting work done. And then all of a sudden we decided to get a glass of wine. And we just ended up at the Virgin Hotels, which is like a rooftop bar in Chicago that is so fun. Love that place. And we had lots of wine and ended up somehow like getting drunk. But that was like never the plan. We were supposed to just have coffee and go home, but somehow we ended up there. And we bought Powerball tickets. That was when I was really into Powerball tickets, because my family thought we were going to win the Powerball. I think my family still thinks we're going to win the Powerball. Whenever that is that every week or every month? They always think we're winning. They always think we're winning. And maybe we will. My family's going to win the Powerball. Manifestation. That would be so amazing. I'll be in Idaho. I don't even know anything about Idaho, and I've never been there, but I always tell people that I want to go there. I feel like it would be so beautiful, right? There's like not a lot there. It's just nature, some buffaloes. Like, I don't know why I have a calling to Idaho. Maybe I should go there for fun. Okay, the next episode was things I did for men that I'd never do again. Sass. I said from ex-boyfriends to one-sided situationships, nothing is off the table. Oh, I shared the time that I thought I would be good at wakeboarding just to impress a guy. I saw a TikTok the other day, and it said, what is like the wildest thing you've done to impress a guy? I don't think that would even be it, actually. Trying to wakeboard and not being able to, like lying. But I really don't think that I've done anything crazy to try to impress someone. But maybe I have. I'd have to really think. Okay, then a few episodes later, because I'm going to skip over some of them. A few episodes later, I told you guys the story of the night that my friend's ex-boyfriend tried to break in and quite literally kill us. And I was like 15 or 14 years old when that happened. Literally the craziest time of my life. If you haven't listened to that story time, like, go listen to it, because it's actually insane. It's actually insane, and I am still traumatized to this day from it. I think I have this problem, which maybe this is way too deep to be sharing, but I think I have this problem where when something horrible like that happens, I'm good at making it into a story. For example, making a story time on it and being like, I did not like that laugh I just gave off. And being like, okay, we're just not going to laugh, but you know what I'm trying to do. I am good at just turning it into a story time and being like, so that's what happened. And looking totally unfazed. But like, little do you guys know, I actually have a severe problem with being home alone in houses, specifically from this event that happened. Like, if you go listen to the story, it's actually extremely terrifying. And I didn't even realize how much it has affected me, but I am very much scared of being in houses alone in the nighttime because of this event. And I have a problem with ever like being in a room that has that same kind of window, which is like a basement window, and a bedroom. They freak me out a lot. And it's definitely due to what happened, because it was so terrifying. And one time I dated this guy, and I think this is what like I knew something was wrong, and like I shouldn't have a problem with being home alone in a house at my age, but like it's a problem. And it's specifically houses, because I lived alone in an apartment, and like that was totally fine. Like, houses specifically freak me out at night because of that. And I one time dated this guy, and I told him about it, and like he knew I was not vibing with being home alone at night, and I was having to stay at my mom's house home alone at night because of something going on, and I had to stay at home by myself basically at night. And I had told my boyfriend at the time that I was going to be like staying there alone, whatever. because he probably was asking like what I was doing. So I was just telling him what I was doing, whatever. And this guy that I was dating tells me that he is going to teach me a lesson one of the nights that I'm staying at the house alone because I need to get over my fear. So he was going to come teach me a lesson and like pretend to break into my mom's house while I was staying there alone at night to show me that everything's fine and teach me a lesson was like specifically what he used. I don't know why we didn't immediately break up after that. Like I think we kept dating, but that was terrifying. And then I didn't even end up staying there alone because then I was even more freaked out because I was like, okay, so now the man that I'm dating is gonna come try and scare me in the middle of the night. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? So I forget about times like these and then I'm reminded, but that was actually crazy. That my ex-boyfriend was gonna come try to relive that for me. I don't know. He was like, you need to relive the experience of being home alone and having someone try to break in and then realize that it's just your boyfriend and everything's so fine. Like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's even exposure therapy. Like, I don't want to relive someone trying to break in the middle of the night. Like, I don't think that would help at all. And now I'm actually more scared that you're going to come do that because you know where I live. You know? Like, it didn't make sense. Oh my gosh. Okay, one of the next episodes after that was I got on a random party bus. That was so fun. I actually just had a flashback memory on my phone where it like is like, remember this day, and it was of the party bus that I went on, and I'm like, that is so fun. And I'm so curious if people do party buses here in New York. I've never seen one. I don't really know if that's a New York thing, but I honestly kind of miss going on a party bus. Like, those are kind of fun and unique. I don't know if unique is the word I was looking for, but those are kind of fun. And I feel like that would be fun here. But maybe my calling here is just going on like a double-decker bus. I see those quite often. But that was fun. I wonder how those people are doing. I hope they're doing well. The next episode was Dad's, Freddy Krueger, and so much more. I said I got into a fight with my Uber Eats driver over a caramel latte. Okay. So maybe I was down bad. And then I was doing better, and then I was down bad again. Because why was I fighting with an Uber Eats man over a caramel latte? I think that was when they told me that they didn't have a caramel latte. And I did not understand, so I canceled my order. And then I went to the store myself, and then they actually were out of caramel lattes. So I was just being rude and dramatic. And I'm really sorry to the Uber Eats driver. Oh my gosh, this is also when people were saying that I had a country accent. Nobody has said that to me here, so I have a feeling people were just like messing with me and I wasn't picking up what they were putting down. I'm not good at sarcasm. I don't get sarcasm like I do when I don't, but I feel like sometimes when people are messing with me or being sarcastic, like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all. After that, we had an episode about eating alone and speeding tickets. I think that is when I ate alone at a restaurant for the first time ever. That was the one and only time I think I've done that. But I want to challenge myself to actually do that again because hopefully it like doesn't give me a heart attack when I do it. I made a video actually about like things that I've done by myself, and I need to get back into that. Like, I feel like I do a lot of things by myself, but I want to do even more things. I really want to go to the Met and do like a solo date night there where I drink a little bit of wine and I look at art by myself. I feel like that would be so fun. I went to the Met with my family, and that is when I got lost. I think that was in season 1, but I got lost at the Met, and then I had to ask someone who worked there to help me find my family at 23 years old. But like, how are you gonna get lost if you're by yourself? You know? How am I? Imagine I'm like in a dinosaur. Help. I don't even think they have dinosaurs there, but I want to do that so badly. someone texted me the other day that they were on a date at the Met, actually, and I was like, wait, that reminds me. I need to have a solo date night at the Met. And look at art. I feel like that would be such a romantic way to meet someone, too. Like, imagine you're on a date at the Met by yourself, and you look to your left, and Jeremy. I feel like I always use the name Jeremy and Jimmy. So I'm sorry to the Jeremy and the Jimmys, but I look to my left, and Jeremy is by himself looking at art, and we make eye contact, and he's like, "You're perfect. Are you here by yourself?" And you're like, "Yes, Jeremy." And then you guys get wine together and you fall in love. Maybe I'm a hopeless romantic because I saw a video today and it was like of a girl at a coffee shop sitting there and seeing a guy walk in and thinking they're gonna fall in love, and like that is totally 100% me, and I didn't know that's what that meant. I thought that was just like possible, that it was just possible to fall in love at a coffee shop. I don't even go to coffee shops, but I need to be. Like, I go to them, but I don't work in them. Where's my Jeremy and Jimmy's at? Come on now. Then in December, this is where things really started going downhill because I started writing, like, downhill and uphill at the same time. Like, it was like a good therapeutic approach. Okay, actually, no. Yes, therapeutic in the way that I think things started to go downhill. Well, one reason. There's a lot of reasons things were going downhill, but one reason was I had this therapist in Chicago that I had been seeing for like 9 or 10 months. Like, we were in that shit. I had seen this lady for 9 or 10 months every single week. Like, never missed a week. That was my girl. That was my girl. And I went home for Christmas, or sometime, no, I went home for Thanksgiving, and we had this whole plan of things I was supposed to be doing while I was back in my hometown, and I was not having a good time. I think I had a panic attack. I was just like not doing well. I was not having a good time. I was not even probably doing what we were supposed to be doing. Like, I was bad. Me and my therapist like had this whole plan basically of what I was supposed to be doing when I was back in my hometown, whatever. And the day before my next therapy session that I was so excited for, because I was like, oh my gosh, we had this whole plan of what I was supposed to be doing, like, let's talk about it. I got an email from my therapist saying that she is canceling all of our future appointments, and like had someone who worked at this therapy place added, like the person that can find you a new one. I'm blanking on what these titles are, but she basically put me in an email and then was just like, hey, all sessions are canceled forever. Good luck. They'll find you someone new. And I think that was like the start of my downfall because I was so sad. I was so pissed. I was a lot of things. And I could not believe that a therapist that I saw for 10 months, every single week, like just ended things in an email. And like, I have no idea what happened to her. I don't know if she got a new job. I don't know where she went. Like, literally have no idea. And I was so upset. Like, I was like, wait, where are you going? Where's the closure? Like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with this plan that we had? Like, I did all that for what? So that happened, and that is when I started writing Substack articles. Because I think I had nowhere else to go. I didn't have a therapist anymore that I could talk to. And I didn't want to get a new therapist there because it was already so late and I was moving in March. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to like see someone new and rebuild all of this just to like see them for like 3 months, you know, like that would be pointless in my opinion. So I went to Substack, and that is when I started doing Substack episodes, and I became an audiobook. And the first one was delete his number and stop self-sabotaging. And I still love that one. So then we get into One Girl, 1 Week, and 3 Cops, where I told you guys the story about how I got pulled over 3 times in 1 week. Literally insane. I don't know how that happens. I still don't understand. My life is a movie. Not always a good one, but it's a movie because what the hell is that? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Sometimes like the other day, so Mercury's in retrograde, and it's really showing. I've seen TikToks, people are like, I didn't believe in Mercury retrograde until now, and I think same. But I was reminiscing on the past because I've been doing that a lot lately for God knows why. And I was thinking about times in my life, for example, getting pulled over 3 times in 1 week, and I'm like, what the actual fuck is that? Like, what is that? How does that happen? How does that happen? Is that happening to anyone else? Like, am I being messed with? Is my life a joke? Like, how does that even happen? How does that even happen? I don't know. I don't know. Then we have Leave Him in 2025, Love. My men were left in like 2022. Not actually, but it feels like it. Oh my gosh, we have Gas Leaks, Couples, and Books. That's when my mom's house, you guys, had a gas leak, and I saved my family's life because I smelled raw eggs outside. Yeah. We have Who Was I in 2016, because 2016 was trending, and obviously I was alive in 2016. And then we have more Substack articles. Then we moved into when I was selling furniture because I was moving to New York, but I don't think I told you guys I was moving to New York yet, so I was just saying I was selling things on Facebook Marketplace. Like, why am I trying to keep everything a secret? And I spilled Thai milk tea all over my carpet, and I don't even think I told you guys about it because I was so scared that I was gonna get fined. But my old apartment had carpet that was brand new that they said they placed in it for us when me and my roommate had moved in, and we had like 3 weeks left of our rent, and I got Thai milk tea, which is like an orange dye situation is going on in Thai milk tea. Spilled the entire thing on my carpet. Like, Thai milk tea was everywhere, and I was like freaking out. Bought all this stuff to clean it up, could not get the stain out of my carpet. Was trying to work on it like every other day because it would have to dry and then I would work on it. Could not get this stain out for the life of me. I think it ended up turning the carpet like pink. I was like buying all this expensive shit. I almost bought like a vacuum that specialized in getting stuff out of the carpet. Like, insane. And then I went and talked to like the property manager, and she asked me like, how are the carpets? Like, do they need to just be cleaned or do we need to replace them? And I was thinking in my head, like, fuck, am I going to have to pay for them to be replaced? Like, I don't know what to tell her right now. So I was like, well, I did spill a little Thai milk tea, but like I tried to clean it up, and like, I don't know. And I don't know whatever happened. They never charged us for new carpets, so I assume they just cleaned it. But I was so freaked out. I was so scared to tell you guys about the Thai milk tea, or like there were holes in the wall because I hung something up. Like, I was Bob the fucking builder, cleaning carpets, filling holes in walls. Like, I was doing the most. And I was so scared to put it out there on the internet because I was scared that they were gonna be upset with me. And then they didn't even care about the Thai milk tea. But that happened, and that was crazy. And Facebook Marketplace was crazy. And then I left Chicago. And now I'm in New York, which is also crazy. Like, I actually feel sometimes like I just walked through a time machine and I just entered New York all of a sudden. Like, it's like I didn't even really say goodbye to Chicago. Like, it feels like I just, like, entered New York. It was just like, okay, I'm here. And I feel like I warmed up to New York, like, a lot quicker than I thought. Like, I feel like the subway system here was really confusing me at first, but now I have it down. And the Chicago one was a lot easier, but, like, I don't know. Every time, I don't know. I've only lived here 5 months now, I think, which is also crazy, but, like, 5 months, and I feel like I understand it better than I understood Chicago, which is very strange. Like, it feels like I just know where I am, and I don't know where I am. Anyways, then we introduced Honey to you guys, which is so crazy that Honey hated me 5 months ago, like, wanted me dead, wouldn't let me leave the house, like, literally wanted me dead, physically dead. And now she's obsessed with me. She waits outside my door every single morning for me. We haven't actually talked about her in a while, but she sits outside my door every morning still. She wants my attention 24/7. She smells all of my food before I eat it. She lays on top of me like every other day. She'll just sit on top of me and purr. And she doesn't even ask me for food anymore. She used to ask me for food a lot, and now she just knows, like, you're not giving me food. She is obsessed with going under my bed. I don't know what she does under there, and I honestly don't want to know. And we're obsessed with each other. We're obsessed with each other. And that's really beautiful. You know, I don't think I've ever really had a situation with a friend where you didn't like someone and then you became obsessed with each other. Like, I don't think I've ever been in that situation. I feel like normally if I don't like someone, it's mutual. It's probably mutual. So the fact that Honey and I went from having beef to love is really different for me. And then I learned what a porn star martini was, which is, seriously, I'm still obsessed. Every time we go somewhere and there's porn star martini on the menu, like every time I go somewhere and there's porn star martini on the menu, everyone's like, ooh, what is that? And I'm like, you have to get it. Like, I act like I'm sell porn star martinis for a living. Then I accidentally went to Long Island. I've done that like 3 times now, and I just learned that I shouldn't be taking the subway if I've had over 2 martinis, because every time I've taken the subway after having more than 2 martinis, I've accidentally went to Long Island. I don't think I told you guys, but after I went on the date, when we went to Rufus Day Soul the other week, and I went on a first date in a long time, I took the subway home, and I accidentally went to Long Island. And then he texted me, like, obviously, like, text when you get home. And I texted him, I accidentally went to Long Island. And I had told him about how I had accidentally done that before. So I think he replied and was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I went to the club alone. I've been scammed so many times. Gosh. Reading through these, I'm just like, actually, like, my life is a movie. That's what I'm just gonna keep telling myself. My life is a movie. Because what the fuck? The fact that I don't even remember these chaotic situations because I'm in a chaotic situation every single week, I don't know if that's concerning or if everyone else feels the same way. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anything important I needed to tell you guys, but the only thing I can think of is that I went and watched the World Cup game in Central Park. Like, my friend won tickets to watch it in Central Park. I haven't watched any of the World Cup games. Like, I have not watched any of them. As we know, I'm not really a big sports watcher. Like, I just don't really watch sports. But when, you know, something's happening in the city I live in and it's exciting and everyone's going, I'm really into the sport. I was team Argentina because my roommate is from Argentina, so duh. And I went to go cheer on Argentina, but then I also went because, like, fun, vibes, drinking, yelling, people, all the things. Central Park, like, I was like, yeah, yes, I'm there, stop begging. We go. I barely pre-gamed because I was just like, oh, I don't want to pre-game too hard because this game could be like 3 hours. So I'm going to take it easy and I'm just going to drink there. We get there. First thing I obviously do is like, where's the beverages? A man that works there looks at me and he said, we don't have alcoholic beverages here. It's water only. It's water only. It's water only. Like, not even lemonade. Not even sweet tea. Not even a Diet Coke for the Diet Coke fans. Water. I was pissed. I was actually so pissed. Like, probably too pissed. I watched the game. I got really sunburned and I just sat there and I literally had to stop myself from bringing it up. But I just kept looking at my friends. I'm like, I just like can't believe that they don't sell any sort of alcohol here. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I couldn't believe that there were 50,000 people there and like not one other person was like, there's not vodka here. Like, am I a problem? Because I felt like that should have been like on display. Like, by the way, we will only be selling water. You know, that's not even for the people that want the vodka. It's also for the people that want the lemonade. Just selling water is crazy to me. But yeah, oh my gosh, season 2 has come to an end. I wish I had a song to sing us goodbye, but it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. I feel like they used to say that when you graduated from school. They'd be like, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. And like, no, it was goodbye because I've never seen half of those people ever again. Like, it was definitely goodbye. But anyways, this is not a goodbye. This is a see you later because I had a photo shoot and season 3 is coming and there's a taxi involved. But I'm going to take a week or 2 off. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to maybe get some more potions. Maybe like get some sticky notes. I want to do a sticky note wall. I used to have one in my mom's house that motivated me and I feel like I need to bring it back. We're gonna get back. I feel like I've been a sad bitch and I want to be a bad bitch. We're gonna be instead of an S. We're gonna be a bad bitch again, not a sad bitch. And season 3 needs to be about the bad bitches. Okay? But I'm so happy. Well, I'm actually not happy. I think I kind of want to cry that season 2 is over because it's so crazy. Like, that's actually so crazy. But it has come to an end. And I'm really thankful for everyone that comes back and listens every week. It means the world to me and it makes me really happy. And I can't believe people actually come back and listen every week. That is the best thing a girl could dream of. And I love that anyone can just start a podcast. Like, I just love that. I seriously just love that. I know people are like, podcast equipment should be more expensive. No, I beg to differ. This is like my favorite thing ever. Whatever. And this is your sign to start a podcast. If you want to, like, do it. Who cares? But thank you so much for another amazing, great season. I'm really excited for season 3. And I will catch you guys. I was going to say next week, but I don't know if it'll be next week. So I will catch you guys at season 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.